Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Three Trails Tarot. And thank you for joining me today for your October 2021 reading. To start, we are going to pull from this SpiritSong deck a card that will tell us what your energy is going to be like for the month of October. So let's see what we have for you, Scorpio, as far as energy goes. Oops, this one fell. This is, the peacock. Renewal and enlightenment. Ooh, okay, so let's see what we have as far as major activities for the month of October. What are some major things that are going to be happening to you? We have Five of Cauldrons. Rebirth. That sounds like renewal. Energy renewal. Two of Swords. Seven of Swords. And Knight of Wands. Okay. Let's see what the details are. What are the detail activities? Seven of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Reverse, Eight of Wands. The Fool. The Magician. We've got some major arcana cards out here, huh? And the World. The Wheel. Five of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. And Ace of Swords. So Scorpio, just looking at all these high arcana cards that are coming out, it really looks like you are going through some sort of transformation and major life choices that's going to change your life path that you're going to walk. It's going to either change your lifestyle. It's going to be sort of like a big change that you're going to encounter here in October, it looks like, Scorpio. So let's start with before October. So with your recent past, we see Five of Cauldrons. Something kind of laid heavy on your mind regarding something that you wish you had done right. You know that there were a lot of things you did do right in a certain situation, a specific situation, but there were other things that you felt you could have done better or should have done differently, and that kind of weighs on you for some reason. I can't tell if this has to do with a person or some other decision, life path decision, Scorpio, but it looks like that it's not just one specific situation I'm getting from this card for you. It feels like it's more than just one thing, like you're re-examining your life. It feels like, yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting, that not just in September, but maybe, you know, January time frame, February time frame, you really started to reassess your current situation and started thinking about, you know, where do you want to be in the next 5 years or 7 years. You just kind of, I'm just kind of getting that from these cards here. And so there are things that you started doing, and in the last few months, as a result of this, pondering and reevaluating, introspecting. So you started doing some things, and now you're in the mode of waiting to see what happens. What are the results of those actions that you have recently taken? You're just kind of waiting and seeing, waiting to see, you know, your efforts, the fruit of your efforts. And you're hoping for a big change. And so all of this thinking and efforts that you've been putting into programs, activities, goals, is because your major goal is to change what you can expect for your life. And so you want to end a certain way you were living and start a new kind of lifestyle. That's what I'm getting here with the world. So you would really like to have a better lifestyle than what you feel that you've had, in a better situation than what you've had in the past few months, and for some of you even longer than that, a few years, or maybe for even longer than that. So for some of you, it's just since this year that you've been worried about this, thinking about it, trying to make some change. But for others, some of you, it has to do with what you've seen. When you thought about your life, you were thinking, oh, there are so many missed opportunities, and so now I want to change that. So it's more of your overall life kind of look. Okay. So what that does is you go through a process in the beginning of October where you say, October is it. You know, some people usually do their life changes, or what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like New Year's, they have their New Year resolutions, that's it. And but you're doing your resolution early because you've thought about this, and you're saying, hey, well, according to these cards, that you want to start your new life resolution in October. So then you start that. So this is when you go through some changes. It's in the first week of the month. You're making some changes already to get onto that path of doing something new for yourself, but you're worried about it. It kind of makes you a little nervous, so you feel conflicted. You've also have some friends that see what you're doing, some people that are close to you, maybe a partner or a family member or a close friend, someone who knows you well and has known you as the person that you've been. And you're all of a sudden trying to make these changes, and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you making all these changes? That's not you. And then they're creating conflict for you because they're trying to talk you out of whatever this is that you're trying to do now for yourself. But and so it's creating some kind of doubts for you too. You feel like, is this really going to work out? Is this the right way to go? That's on your mind. So it's creating some conflict for you, Scorpio. And then here with the Wheel of Fortune, we see that you really you feel very positive about the decision that you've made to make some changes, but at the same time you're kind of pulled, because I keep seeing you, like, I don't know, for this card it looks as if you're really trying to move into this light, but this dark smoke keeps pulling you back the other way. It's so funny. It's so interesting how when I look at these cards, the same card, I get completely different feelings about these cards, and I'm drawn to different things on the cards for every reading. It's very interesting. But in this case, I see you really wanting to move in the path that you've decided, and then there's a lot of pressure to move back to where you originally were. But you're strong, Scorpio, and you're really trying to get what to do what you had set out to do for the month of October. That leads you to more decision making, right? So there's this other decision that you have to make now that you're really not sure about making it. You've been putting it on hold because you are reviewing some options. I guess that kind of puts you in a little bit of a standstill here with the Eight of Wands reversed. So with this reversed Eight of Wands, it tells us that there's not going to be a lot of changes. There's no new messages. So all of this pullback that you're getting, you feel like, I think this decision has to do with, do you continue with your plan, or do you listen to the people who are telling you not to do it? And that's what's putting you in a standstill. At the same time, though, whatever it was that you were trying to pursue, there's other people who are going after it. Maybe it's a job or a position or promotion, but you will have to move. That's why people that are close to you are trying to convince you to not go after it. But you know that this is an opportunity that, I guess, has a time limit. And so you really want to go after it now. So if this resonates with you, if this sounds like this is you, and if you experience this as you move in, through October, the outcome is that you're going to feel like there's people working behind your back to make sure you don't move forward. I believe that's part of this card right here with the conflict. There are people who, they've tried to convince you not to go, but you seem so interested in going. Or when I say go, I don't mean like leave, but move forward, and moving forward with whatever decision you had. And some of them have gone, for some of you, there will be people who will go to the extent of actually working behind the scenes to make sure that your plan doesn't work out, or you don't fulfill that plan. So just be aware that that's a possibility. Not to say that will actually happen, but that could be a possibility based on this reading. And then here, like we said, it's going to be a new life journey for you. Once you make this decision, this next decision that will help you to continue to move forward, because it caused a standstill for you toward the end of October. You will be able to go on a new journey, a new life journey, taking on a new life path, taking you on a whole another direction from where you are right now. So you're at the fork of the road, I should say. When you get to the end of October, you'll be like at the fork of a road. And then it will be of a choice. Do you go left or do you go right? And if you pick the path that will take you to your goals, take you to the change that you wanted, then you will have that life change. This card is saying that, I guess it is career. Because this is like what I call an expertise card. So with 8 of Pentacles, we're looking at being very focused on achieving your task and having a mastery. So I see this as 2 things. So the first thing that I see with this card is that you definitely qualify for this thing that you're trying to go after that has a time limit. And you know this. You know it. But you're allowing this to kind of make you hesitate, which puts you a little bit at a standstill. But if you move forward, this card is saying then you will have perseverance and determination to achieve your goal if you decide to go ahead and move forward. Now here's some guidance cards right here, and this one which is Knight of Wands is saying pursue, take charge of what you of your passions and pursue them. It's time to pursue your passions with the Knight of Wands. That have the energy. You have the energy to do this. You also may be traveling. So this card is saying there might be travel up ahead for you to move forward. So plan for that. But it could be fun. Have confidence that it could be fun, and evaluate whatever risk goes along with pursuing this passion. So I think that's all part of the planning, perhaps, that you've already been doing in the past few months. But according to this card, pursue your passions. And then the Magician card is just telling you that you have it within you to make this happen. You really do. And you just got to trust your instincts, got to trust that you can make it happen, got to trust that you're making a decision based on what you feel is the best benefit for you, or the best path for you to follow your heart and to follow the things that you know that you will enjoy doing. And with this Ace of Swords, it talks about getting clarity in your thoughts, getting clarity for your plans. So maybe have a journal or write things down, so that when things get kind of at this point, which you're going to notice right away, if this resonates with you, you will notice this at the very beginning of the month of October. Like within the first week, you're going to notice this pullback from people once you tell them your plan. And so write things down and write the pros and cons. And it doesn't hurt to get their opinion as to why. Why are they against it? Is it for their own personal reasons? Maybe they need you for something, and they know if you leave, or if you get this other job, or if you go after something that you want, then they won't get what they want. So definitely is something to think about. And that's what this card is saying. Examine all the facts and write out all the pros and cons and see what works best for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few more cards so we can get more clarity on this reading for you, Scorpio, okay? I'm excited for you for whatever this passion is that you have. And I really hope that you're able to pursue it if it's something that you've always wanted. Okay, so 3 cards fell out, so I'm just going to go ahead and read these. So it looks like you're going to have much closer relationships, a much closer relationship with someone. And this is what I call proposal card. The ultimate romance card. You want to, it talks about, having a union with someone. So like a marriage, or a promise to be permanent partners, and supporting each other and equality, that kind of stuff. So that's good. That means you may not be doing this alone. I didn't see any other relationship cards in here, so it's nice that this came out, because this can make you feel good that there is somebody that's going to be very supportive of you. And then with the Hangman, it's just a reminder that when you get to this point where you're not sure about making that decision, try to see other angles. Like, sometimes we get so set in what the result's going to be. For example, like a little kid wants some candy in the store, but they know their mom will say no. They truly believe their mom will say no if they ask. And they think that that's the only reaction that their mom is going to give them if they ask for candy. So this card is saying, think about, maybe your mom will say yes, or maybe your mom will say no, but if you do this chore, then we can come back to. So there might be other things that could happen, and not to feel that there's only one answer, but there might be other answers, and to be open to seeing other possibilities and other options. And this card right here with 3 of Wands is saying, you know what? You pretty much made the decision already in your mind. Maybe it's time to make the decision through action now, because you've been waiting for so long for something that's important to you. You've been waiting for a while for it. So maybe it's time to just go for it. And this says go for it too. And this says trust yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards from the Oracle deck. Let's see what kind of guidance the Oracle deck's going to give us. This could be very exciting for you, Scorpio. It's just going to take some courage. And maybe just, you know, talking to whoever or thinking about whatever it is that you feel is going to hold you back. Okay, so we have here evolution, which is just a reminder that processes take time. Some things take time to reach a certain point. Like when a person is pregnant, it takes up to 9 months for them to finally have their baby. So this is just a reminder that to be patient with some of these things that you're trying to sort through, trying to work out. Be patient with those things coming about, and be patient with yourself. Have patience for yourself. Okay, so let's see what else. What other guidance can we get? And we have Earth. So Earth is all about the healing piece. So that when you are going through this time of trying to explain yourself and defend yourself to people who are trying to talk you out of what you want to do, visit a garden or work in a garden. Be around plants, be around nature. That is a piece that will help you heal. So this is for your personal health right here. This card is a reminder to reach out to nature when the going gets tough. Surround yourself with plants and flowers and things that are just other living things that are beautiful. Okay, so let's see what else we have. And that's grief. Oh, okay. So this card is saying that I believe this goes with this. Maybe you had a loss. Some of you had a loss, Scorpio, and that's why you've reassessed where your life is and where you want to go. So this grief card tells us that yes, go through your grieving process, and it takes time to process the grief and to get to a point. I won't say that you'll stop grieving, because some people will never stop grieving. We're all different and we all have our own time periods, but maybe you'll get to a point where you can start to do other things and focus on other things, even though you are still grieving. And so we see these these moons here, and that signifies phases. So you're going to go through some phases, and to get you through this process, it usually helps to think about the things that are important to you that you still have. So thinking about those things that are important to you that you still have, like this passion, this ambition, this goal that you have that you want to achieve, that will help you with this. Okay, for those of you who've had a loss and that's why you're making this change, my heart goes out to you. And I'm not going to say there's going to be a time where you're going to be done grieving, because some people, like I said, will mourn for a while. But this card is just saying that sometimes focusing on the things that are important to you will help you through the process. Okay, I'm going to pull an angel card. Let's see if we can get some additional guidance from this deck here. And I'll also have a corresponding gemstone energy that could be, a gemstone that will help remind you of the energy that can be beneficial to you during the month of October. So let's see, which angel do we have? Which angel do we have that is going to advise you, Scorpio? And we have Archangel Gabriel. And the stone is scolecite. Isn't that interesting? It almost looks like a feather, the way it's, the lines are forming on the stone. It says here, are you trying to process a lot of information? Take the time to sort out all that is happening. Write in your journal. And we talked about that, doing a journal. Make it your intention to remember your dreams. Record your thoughts and memories upon waking. Find peace as you process each nugget of information, awareness, and spiritual growth. Okay, that is from Archangel Gabriel. And I hope you found that helpful. I hope you found the entire reading helpful in some way, Scorpio. And if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe before you leave. And I really hope that you return in November for your November reading. Until then, Scorpio, I wish you the best. And I really hope that you'll be able to move forward with what it is that you want to achieve. And good luck to you. Bye now, Scorpio.